the Philly and Joe Podcast.
This is the Philly and Joe Podcast.
Hey there. First time boner. Love the show, by the way. Philly, Joe. Just got a bone to pick here. I just noticed no one ever gives a friendly wave anymore when you let them in or someone cuts you off, blah, blah, blah. Love you guys. Listen to you every morning. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a popular one on the bone phone. The wave seems to be, unfortunately, going the way of the dinosaur a little bit. I would say half the time. Would you say, Joe, half the time that you let someone in, you get no recognition for the nice gesture?
Yeah, I'd love to see a turn signal in, too.
Yeah, no, that'd be nice, yes. But, yeah, even just yesterday, residential street, I let someone go. Like I pull over when I really didn't have to, let them come through, and I'm like,
Nothing.
As they drive by, I'm like, all right then, you're welcome. All right.
Do you ever just wave passive-aggressively back at them?
All the time. I wave right at them. Like,
sorry.
As they went by, I'm like, you're welcome, I guess. More from the streets of Winnipeg here.
Yeah, for the old man in the BMW SUV who f***ed off a big black van on the perimeter around, like, Stickfish this evening, you. Like, you saw me coming up faster than you behind you, so you moved over to let me pass, and I was going to give you a nice wave and a little thumbs up, but then you flipped me off, and it's like, what the man? Like, dumbass?
Mm-hmm. Yep. See, he was going to wave, and then not so much. North Perimeter. Feels like we get a lot of action on the North Perimeter lately.
You saw the absolute asshole on the South Perimeter.
Oh, South.
Over the bridge, where there's a sign on both lanes saying left lane closed. Maybe if you guys get in the other lane and drive in one lane instead of flying up and blocking everybody and then causing an absolute gridlock, think about it for a second.
But is there a sign that says zippering there? I don't know. I go through there all the time, but not in rush hour.
Yeah, I'm not familiar at that time of day, but the frustration continues on the South Perimeter in this case. But yes, you're right. We get just as many calls about parts of the North Perimeter.
Because I love the perimeter, and when it's summer and there's lots of construction on the perimeter, and all of a sudden it sort of defies the logic of the perimeter because it's supposed to be fast and you're not moving, and I get it. I understand the frustration, 100%. Okay, plantar fasciitis, complaining that I may have that. I actually go see my doctor tomorrow. So we'll chat about it.
You're going to see your regular doctor tomorrow.
Regular doctor.
Okay.
About something else that was already scheduled a long time ago, but I'll sneak in a question about my
you got
foot.
a list.
Yeah. That's like shopping list. It's things that are wrong with me, Doc. So, yeah, I'll
You
get
got to wear good socks tomorrow. You're going to the doctor's.
Maybe
and underwear.
I'll go with the flip-flops tomorrow, so easy access to my foot. Okay, but I've gotten so much great advice from our listeners.
Hey, guys. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not sure exactly when you guys talked about the plantar fasciitis thing, but I just heard, the repeat over the weekend, and I had been dealing with it for, 5 or 6 years on and off. When it first happened, I didn't know what it was, went to go talk to my doctor about it, and the few things that he recommended, like Joe was saying, just kind of go over your foot with a tennis ball, just run the tennis ball across the floor with your foot. Another one is kind of like a calf, ankle, heel stretch, like you do a 30-second stretch against the wall. That really seems to help. And also the, like someone else said, the insoles. So I kind of did those three things, and you should see a difference. It really worked for me. Like I said, it's kind of an on and off thing. Like if I stop doing those things, it might flare up again. But, if you do those three things, you should notice a difference in the pain. Have a good one, guys.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Yeah, you're right. We're getting some great advice about plantar fasciitis. And listen, the key here, the goal is to get you back on the dance floor as soon as possible.
If I
it's
can't
a happy
dance,
place.
If I can't dance, I don't even know. There's no point even waking up in the morning.
All these summer festivals ready to go and everything else. Guy can't just sit on his lawn chair.
All right. Joe's a CPAP machine. He's getting the check engine light coming on his
Yeah.
CPAP machine. It's about to die, and you it's still working, but
Yeah.
you're getting notifications that you're going to need a new one
The
soon.
motor has exceeded its limit, I think, is what the label says.
So I kind of suggested that he, maybe look at getting someone to help him and get a new engine in there or whatever.
Hey, Joe. CPAP machine. I'm pretty sure there's a used medical equipment place on Portage,
Some parts?
just west of Arlington. Yeah, I can't remember what it's called now.
Can't remember.
Anyways, yeah, so that's why I know there's something like that there. So, I don't know. Figure out what the place is called. I can't remember.
Thank you.
Contact them. If they don't fix it, maybe they know somebody that can.
Know someone who can fix it.
Or
for
you can always go to YouTube and fix it yourself.
Yeah,
Anyways, we'll
Sounds
talk
like
later.
Joe.
Bye.
sounds like something I would do. I get frustrated after watching a YouTube video trying to fix something. Not my forte. No, I think I'm at that level because mine's a little older now that it's almost pretty much time for a new one.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be worth the investment of putting money into that. But hey, that comes up with other products too, obviously. But
Make sure you sell it, though. Like the old ones, throw it
Yeah.
on Facebook Marketplace. Hey, might need a new engine or new motor or some new parts, but it's
used mask. That's gonna be good. Yeah, I don't know if anybody would want it on free giveaway weekend either. What's this? Oh, look, it's an old microwave and it looks like a CPAP machine. I'm not sure. Oh, good. It comes with the mask that this person used.
sitting beside your Armoire on the front lawn. Okay, one last call here. This is about something that came up yesterday on the show. I found a half-eaten rabbit in the backyard the other day. And as always, when this happens, because I don't have the cameras on my property, I spend the next few days wondering what went after the rabbit. Was it a coyote, an owl, a cat?
Hey, Philly. Probably was an owl. If you had something get eaten in the backyard and there's no real evidence, it was probably an owl. Owls don't just eat anything they can fit in their mouths and swallow whole. I witnessed firsthand last year a owl devouring a rabbit in my backyard. So it definitely will hunt rabbits in your backyard.
Man, I got to get cameras. I'm sorry. It's sad for the rabbit, but watching an owl hunt, if I can get that on camera, that's
No kidding.
Owls are just absolutely fascinating. The way their heads spin around.
That had to have been one of the selling points in Canterbury Park in Transcona was the wildlife. I'm sure.
Philly Joe Podcast.
The Philly and Joe Podcast.
So, JoJo, the Florida Panthers lost last night, but they're still up 3-1. Carolina lives to see another day. We'd love to see that series. Carolina show a pulse, maybe get another win. That'd be nice.
Yeah,
It's been all Panthers so far.
I've been more or less paying attention more to the Edmonton-Dallas series, I think, like many others. But, boy, as these temperatures get warmer, it's getting a little harder
It is.
to keep interested in the playoffs when your team's not in it anymore.
Yeah.
Right?
But
So-
when the Panthers, same thing with last year. We love Paul Maurice, former Jets coach. And
Fantastic.
He's a media darling. He's a quote machine. He's awesome. And there's been a lot of focus on how the Panthers play lately because here they are on the cusp of another Stanley Cup final. They're the defending champs. They have this sandpaper to their game. They're the team. If your team isn't succeeding, you look at the Panthers team and you go, "Oh, I wish my favorite team had, played more like the Panthers, had more of those, Sam Bennett, Kachuk, just real Marchand.
Irritants.
Yeah, they have what it takes.
Agitators.
They have what it takes to win in the playoffs. Big defenseman, good goaltending. Well, Paul Maurice had a great quote, had a great line yesterday. No surprise when it comes to Pomo because this was before they went out and lost last night. But he was asked, what makes his Panthers the way they are, so good at pissing off the other team and just their whole identity. And he offered a great response.
Have you ever shotgunned a beer?
Not yet.
Have you ever been to church?
Not church.
But something spiritual?
Yeah.
Would you shotgun a beer in church? Okay, that doesn't make you a hypocrite.
Right.
There's a context and a place for all things. I will tell you they're honest. These men are honest. So that personality, it's all real. like Sam and his wife are, raising money for cats and dogs. Like, they're really, really nice people. And then the puck drops. Sometimes you say a prayer, sometimes you shotgun a beer. It's kind of like our team.
He's outstanding with the media.
Well, to be honest, he's probably the biggest character on the team. Like, usually it's a few players, but I mean, Brad Marchand was a pickup, and he's pretty eloquent in things he's said, and people say the same thing about him. This can't be the same guy that gets on the ice.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Like with Team Canada in that Four Nations. He stole the show with his interviews.
They know how to turn it on.
Yeah.
Like basically what Pomo's saying. Let me tell you, whenever he decides coaching, it's enough, he will be one of the highest paid broadcasters. Like I assume, either Sportsnet or was it TNT?
He did some stuff before. I think it was after the Leafs job, and then before he took the Winnipeg job, right?
Yeah,
he was doing some stuff, but he is nowhere at the level then as he is now. Like he's really in a comfort zone with talking to the media now. Before, there was a little bit of reservation on stuff. But you see that here, I think, too, with Coach Scott Arniel.
Oh, he was fabulous.
Very transparent. I love it.
I'm a big fan of Arniel as well. There was, and you know what, Bonus before him. They're very well spoken.
Well,
with
Bonus
the media.
has been good at the desk during the playoffs, too. It's funny because now they use all these guest spots, too. Like you see a bunch of Blake Wheeler for a couple of games, right?
Bones has been a part of different panels.
Too,
yeah. Okay, we'll see how things go with the Oilers and Stars tonight.
Yeah, Oilers are up 2-1 in that series too. So I mean, big game tonight.
Absolutely, Stars and Oilers. We'll see. We'll see just how much of a pulse. Because even though it's only 2-1, it just feels like the Oilers are taking over that series. So yes, and Dallas is well known for their responses. Should be a good one tonight.
The Philly and Joe Podcast.
Boston Pizza text line. What a way to start my morning with my favorite Rage Against the Machine tune. You are welcome.
How about the one just below it on the Boston Pizza text line? We were talking about police stations, and as you said, a little safety in the parking lot for people that you don't hear that as much, actually. People selling items like Facebook marketplace items.
I remember it was a campaign where it was like, hey, if you're meeting someone to sell something from Facebook Marketplace or Kijiji, do it in a parking lot, like a WPS parking lot, but do not ask them for, help getting, the treadmill out of the truck. Like, that's not the point of the whole situation.
Well, somebody wrote here that the police stations in Negril in Jamaica, they actually have a bar you can buy beer in.
Really? Walk in there?
I've never been to the police station in Negril. I'll take this person's word for it.
Have 4 beer while you're waiting to file a report? That's something else.
That's it.
2DAT. The number 2, DAT. Oh, you got to have the hashtag in front of it. This was something Joe famously started. It's gone viral. It's massive now all over Canada. 2DAT Tuesday, 2 days ago Tuesday. It's bigger than Way Back Wednesday ever was, and it's bigger than Throwback Thursday ever was.
Thank you very much. And listen, I'm not taking away from Taco Tuesday. That's a whole different thing. Who doesn't like tacos?
Not bigger than Taco Tuesday.
No.
All due respect to 2DAT, but yes.
This is about pictures from Sunday and stories.
Right, because half the time, and where you got the idea for this is half the time on Throwback Thursday, people would be like, Throwback Thursday, what a great weekend, and fire up a picture from the weekend.
And Tuesday's just kind of that soft day in the week, right? Like nobody likes Mondays, and then Tuesday really does. That's like the cousin to I don't like Mondays.
No one ever, right. Tuesday's kind of a nothing day, but it's not anymore. Ever since you started 2DAT, basically you share your photos from Sunday, and we always, even if we forget to mention it, we get tons of photos on the Boston Pizza text line, like this one. Daughter's first walleye was a 24-inch greenback caught in Hecla. 2DAT. Look at that fish. What a beautiful fish.
Yeah, beautiful day on Sunday, too, that we had.
Nice Crocs, too. Got the Crocs and socks going on. I do that too when I camp now and around the yard.
I still have my Crocs, but they never leave the yard. Mine. And then, you know what? They're becoming even more popular because there's even a more fashionable style of Crocs I've seen. I think, who was it? I just ran into the other day. Brady Oliveira.
And he had the Crocs on.
He had dress clothes on and a pair of like designer Crocs on.
Serious?
Yeah, it looks sharp.
You know what? The kids wear them everywhere.
Yeah.
So,
So Dad started doing it too now.
I've got them around the yard, and then if all of a sudden there's an errand that comes up over at Safeway or something, my wife will be like, so you're going to wear the Crocs? And I'm like, yeah. What? You got a problem with that? Of course I'm going to wear. The kids got them on. Why can't I wear the Crocs over to Safeway?
They wear the socks. You
They have
too?
the socks. Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah, I've never worn mine with socks. I'm not at that level yet. I'm going to have to get...
You got to move. Sometimes you just have to wear the socks.
I understand.
That's the style, Joe.
No.
Crocs and
I'm all
socks.
about that.
We've got some other. We got a whole bunch. This one here, grandsons coming over this weekend. Had to get ready. We got the pool. Do that.
Yeah,
a
you
nice
saw
pool.
that a lot too. Some people even open up the pool earlier, like early May. But boy, this week is looking crazy. You were talking yesterday about the splash pads getting going by mid-June. Some of them open already. But how about this? 27 tomorrow, 29, 29, 26, 33. That just gets you into Sunday. And the weekend, they're just saying a mix of sun and cloud. The next few days, just complete sunshine.
Wow, it's unbelievable.
The
for
golf
this time of
courses
year.
will be busy.
Share those photos 2 days ago, Tuesday. Hashtag the number 2 DAT. We'd love to see them.
This is the Philly and Joe podcast.
At 7:40, it's a Tuesday, 2-dat Tuesday. Keep those photos coming. 2 days ago, Tuesday. So Sunday. Just I'll do them to help you with the math. What did you do on Sunday?
Yeah, it was a beautiful day
Yard work day.
for a lot of people.
Yeah.
A lot of people doing the planting, that kind of thing.
A lot of sprinklers on lawns because if you look, you either no one wants to, for the most part. You know, you don't love turning the sprinkler on, wasting your water on the lawn, but you either do it or you're not going to have much of a lawn this year.
Yeah, turns to hay real quick.
Yeah, it's just too hot out there and not enough rain.
Today is SPF Day, by the way. I think it's, what is it called? Sunscreen Protection Day.
Is it really?
Yeah, and I was just reading about the numbers and how crazy it is with people having skin issues, like all the way from melanoma to that, and it's all about the SPF deal.
Yeah.
Sun protection factor. And apparently, an SPF of 15 allows 1/15 of harmful UVB rays to reach the skin. Here's the interesting part. So that means you're protecting against 93% of UVB radiation. So if you use an SPF 30, I think that's the most common, it blocks 97%, but SPF 50 prevents only 98%.
Okay.
What the hell happened to the 20%?
Yeah, that's odd. What do you wear? Do you wear?
I do.
Yeah?
Not as much as I should, to be honest, but...
You've got that nice olive skin, Joe. You don't burn very often.
No, but I still need the SPF. I try and usually use a 30 at least.
Right.
But
I go
guess
50. I go with the 50, the spray.
Oh, you need to.
Yeah, I always take the heat. Joe always teases me a little bit with the spray because I spray it on after every hole.
But listen, reading
I'm
this article,
fair-skinned.
you're supposed to keep applying because it doesn't last all day. That's one of those misnomers they said. So you have to keep reapplying because I guess the sun eats away at the sunscreen that you've put on. And the biggest culprit we face is ears, nose, and they say hands and top of your feet.
Oh,
But
those
ears,
are bad ones.
Ears, nose, and hands apparently are where we apply the least.
By the way, for those who thought that Johnson's baby oil is good in the sun, I just Googled it. No, it's not. It increases your risk.
Copper tone from 1978. Coconut oil.
For more Philly and Joe, lock it into 92.1 City weekday mornings 6 to 10. Completely useless question.
Completely useless question.
Useless with a capital Y. So useless.
Brought to you by Midtown Ford.
Night Ranger at Club Region Event Center in July. Tickets for that show up for grabs, as well as a GC for the Red Top. Joe has the question.
Both iconic brands.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, going to take you back to high school. Okay? This is a high school survey. 60% of people said they never did this while they were in high school. 60% of people said they never did this in high school.
780 City, 780-2484. Good morning.
Good morning. Can I have a lifeline, please?
Sure can. They never skip classes, skip school. True.
Number 5.
All right.
Never skipped a class.
Sorry about
Thanks,
that.
Billy. morning.
Yeah, you have a good day.
The 40% that did. Would you have expected that number to be that high?
That 40% did skip?
No, 60%. Yeah, sorry, the 40. I thought the number would be higher.
Yeah, you'd think, but
Because you could skip a class for a lot of reasons. I mean, yeah, some people I know did it more regularly than others, but
yeah, there are a lot of really good students, though. You know,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
lower end the lower end, like me and you, Joe, didn't mind skipping.
that's why we're here today.
Hi, City.
Hi. How about cheat on a test?
Cheat on a test, number 2. Very good. 60% of people lied.
Okay,
They said they never cheated on a test.
At first, I thought she said peed on a test. I say, well, that's extreme. But no, cheated.
Yes.
Cheated. I mean, you don't have to pee on it. Hi, City.
What's that story, Phil?
I never did it. Honest to God.
Okay.
Different kind of test.
I would say tried alcohol.
That's number 4. Yeah. Yeah, drink. 60% of people said they never did that in high school. Had alcohol.
So we've gotten a couple already, just not the
Oh,
correct.
we got cheat on a test. We got the drinking, the skipping the class.
780 City, 780 2484. Good morning.
How about got a detention?
No, nothing to do with detention.
Is it negative behavior?
No, not really.
Okay, see, we're all kind of guessing negative things to an extent. Hello, City.
What about smoking?
That's number 3 on the list here. Cheat on a test, smoking, drinking, skipping a class. They're all in the top 5, but not the number 1 answer.
Someone had smoking in the washroom on the text line.
Inside, not even outside.
Need a smoke so bad, you got to go to a bathroom stall. 780 City, hello.
How about having relations with boyfriend?
60% of people say they never did this in high school, dated or had relations with someone.
That's the answer?
That's the answer.
Oh, wow.
Way to go.
Seemed almost too obvious.
Way to go. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I mean, all the answers were pretty obvious, I thought, today for the question. We don't get that too often. But
the high school memories come back strong.
Yeah.
Who's this?
Angie.
Angie.
Way to go, Angie. They even wrote a song about you back in the day, didn't
the
they?
Stones.
This is the Philly and Joe podcast.
Be a good person.
Rate or review this show wherever you subscribe and get P&J into more ears.
And look at that hot air balloon.
Isn't it fantastic? It's a sign of the season. It's back out there, and it's in your area, isn't it? this morning?
Transcona. We're getting multiple text messages.
Yeah.
And even a photo. Thank you so much. With the 92.1 City hot air balloon out in Transcona this morning. That looks like the photo, just going by the houses and the trees. I would say old Transcona, but I can't put my finger on exactly what that street is, what area that is. Let me know. Let us know where exactly you're seeing these. I mean, not that it matters. It's in Transcona, but still, I would like to know.
Our good friends at Sundance Balloons do a wonderful job. Send that up every year with us. We have one to give away, you know.
Oh.
92.1 City hot air balloon. Sundance Balloons.
When do you want to do that?
I could do it right now if you
Want
want.
to do it right now?
Yeah. Why not? It's up in the air. Let's do it.
Okay, cool.
You know me. I just have to find out how to apply everything in this computer.
How do you want to do this? Do you want to just
I'll give it away.
random caller, 780
Yeah.
City?
I feel like that's the way to do it today, my friend.
780 City, 780 2484. Let's find. Oh, look at those phones. Come on. Good morning, City. Who's this?
It's Drew.
Drew. How's it going?
Yeah. Good.
You want
How
to
are
win? Yeah, we're doing all right. You want to win a trip in the 92.1 City hot air balloon?
Oh my God, I would love that.
Yeah, no doubt. You have to send us photos, though. That's the only stipulation. So
Yeah.
because we like to see how
Oh,
it looks.
absolutely.
Okay, hang on the line. We got to get some information. Joe's just logging into the his computer over there.
Yeah, just verifying me as an employee here. Don't worry about that, Drew. Just hold on, okay? I'll be right with you.
Okay, so this could take a while, Drew. You hang tight over there. We're getting more text messages. Kim, I am at Monroe and Roche at work, and it was very close to Henderson when I came in.
Okay. So we're okay.
The balloon is kind of over Gun Road now, near where that fire was. Yeah, that was a crazy fire a few weeks ago.
Yeah, no kidding. 17 of them apparently still burning in Manitoba right now. Unfortunately, most of them man-made.
Yeah. I want to read this because we were talking about SPF. It's SPF day.
Yep.
Okay, so we were chatting about SPF and what do you wear? I wear a 50. Joe, you said a 30?
Usually up to 50.
And I use the spray.
Me too.
Yeah, it's just easier than the rubbing the lotion all over
Yeah.
yourself. The spray is so convenient. But anyway, we got this one here on the text line. Went to Grand Beach with 2 girls when I was in high school. So that's an interesting start right there.
That's going to lead to a bad story. You can hear it already.
Bad decisions. And it did put baby oil on.
Oh,
well,
yeah.
that's the move. If you're
Yeah.
with 2 girls, you gotta be glistening.
No one glistened like that.
Never been so freaking burned in all my life. That was 2003. I just turned 18. A couple days later, went to a Bomber game and in the sun the whole time. Next day was Canada Day. All day in the sun and heat. Threw up all night. Felt awful. 18-year-olds are stupid, and I kept repeating, but I have never been so tanned. Moral of the story, don't be stupid and use baby oil. Treat the heat and sun with respect.
No
Yeah,
kidding.
The
Your
baby
skin's
oil.
bubbling there like a hot dog starting to whistle on the grill. Like, holy cow.
Philly Joe Podcast.
The Philly and Joe Podcast.
Hey, listen, we're still getting a lot of reports of our 92.1 City hot air balloon that's up in the air, and we're giving away a bunch of them throughout the summer, not only on this program, but throughout the day, and then Big Daddy Kane in the afternoon with Adam.
Mm-hmm.
Now over Birds Hill, which that'd be a nice sight line to see.
Oh, yeah, over Birds Hill Park, baby. 'Tis the season, Birds Hill Park. I can tell you, Birds Hill Park, when camping opened, reservations was gone like in 30 seconds. Boom! 3 months of Birds Hill Park, poof. Not a campsite to be had anywhere.
You know, I just like to rollerblade out in that area.
So if you see Joe rollerblading around Birds Hill Park, make sure you honk.
Please do.
Hi, hello. He won't hear you. He's got the headphones on.
It'd be hard to hear you since it won't be me. No, but honestly, I mean, that's a great part of the province, too, right? They got the man-made lake there. Yeah, you have camped there before.
Oh, Birds Hill, we love it there. I mean, it's
Close
such
to
a
home, too.
It's such a slice of paradise, and it's amazing that it's so close to the city because it's so nice there, right? It's
Right. So it's overhanging there. We will be giving away more of these hot air balloons as we go, probably tomorrow as well. We had Drew win earlier this morning.
And just, you don't win the actual balloon. Like, it's not your own personal balloon forever that you
Nope.
keep in the yard. You win a ride in it.
Yeah, which is amazing to me. I'm scared of heights, so I could never do it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know.
It'd be cool to see, though, the
seems
city
neat.
from that vantage point.
I'm with you. I don't know if I'm afraid of heights. I'm not a fan of flying, like even in an airplane. So I don't see myself in a hot air balloon. But those who have done it swear by it.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Like Drew, who won it about a half an hour ago, was like ecstatic. Like he couldn't believe he was going to get the opportunity to go up in the balloon.
Yeah.
Can you imagine having your own personal balloon that you just keep in the yard? You just take it wherever you go. You take it to work.
Well, it'd be great, except for when the balloon, when you're like, it's disengaging and it's sitting in your backyard. The basket finally comes down in your backyard, and
it's a lot of work.
Your neighbor's going, "Oh, come on, man! The balloon keeps falling into our yard over the fence. You broke the cedars.
It would for
you
sure.
You did
too,
damage
yeah.
a tree, and it's like, oh my God! It'd be like the tarp on a pool. You got to keep unraveling it all the time.
A lot of work, a lot of maintenance
It's
if you
like,
own your own.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to be the neighbor guy with the trampoline either. You know what I mean? Like, you want to be the neighbor with the hot air balloon. That's why Sundance is around.
That's
so you can just drive
right.
to their location and go up in their balloon.
And keep it locked right here to 92.1 City if you want to win your very own hot air balloon ride.
The Philly and Joe Podcast.
Hit us up wherever you get this podcast and rate and review the show.
Good fortune will come to you.
Actually, we can't promise that, but we'll cross our fingers.